Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more oxygen not included in the Frigid Ant Farm. We're still trying to get this sort of Steam thing working, and you can see I actually had to jump forward several days because this took me another hour or so to get this stuff built. I will say I have a little bit of a beef with this game as far as the AI and the distribution of jobs and stuff like that. It certainly seems to me that these guys have ADHD or something. They'll do one little task, and then rather than stay in place and dig or something like that, you know, something already in the local area, they'll just call forth, like, whoever's the furthest away, and then just go over here, and they'll build something, and then they'll leave and go to the other side of the base, and it's just really confusing. I mean, it's not confusing, it's kind of to be expected, but it just makes these guys seem incredibly stupid. Like, why have one person come here, deliver materials, and then leave? And have someone else, on the other side of the base, come down here and build with said materials? Why not just have it all done right then and there? The answer is I don't freaking know, but they won't do it for some reason. It's really frustrating. It's like I don't feel like it ought to be. Well, anyway. So I went ahead and built up this structure. Honestly, I am not sure we're going to get enough steam to make this worth our while, but on the off chance it ever does produce tons of steam... Wait, who's suffocating and why? What the crap? How did you get down here? No, wait, though, seriously, though, how did you get down here? I didn't send you down here. Dig your way out, you fools. You're all going to die. How did you get out here? Oh, that was a bit of a close call there now, wasn't it? I have no idea where they came from. No, like, for real, though. I mean, I imagine they were trying to dig this stuff out, which I actually didn't mean to keep that task. But even so, how'd they fall? Wish I had seen that. It might have been funny. Might have placated my rage against these idiots. I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm not sure if these guys are going to produce very much steam. Honestly, I'm kind of worried that this entire environment is so large that the steam will cool long before it can get to these gas-permeable tiles. In fact, I kind of question if they'll even get past here. Like, this water is still not boiling yet. Despite the fact that we have geysers pumping in boiling water, it certainly doesn't seem to be getting that hot. 67.2 degrees Celsius when they need to get close to 100? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a little overpressure right now, right? It's overpressure, which is part of the reason why it's not creating any steam. So I can reduce the pressure by trying to pump out some of the water, or just by opening up the top and letting the steam rise. I can do that, but is it going to stay hot enough? And I am not strictly convinced, at least not yet, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot. In the meantime, though, we are out of water here, so I kind of need to get this stuff working, because at some point pretty soon, we are not going to be able to generate any more oxygen. In fact, we may want to consider pumping a little bit of water out of this pool and get that hooked up, because in the meantime, oof, we're having a bit of trouble. Let's get rid of some of this polluted water while we're at it. That'd be good. Now, if I do have to pump some water, I could try to put another pump down here. Although at some point, I probably should include a filter somewhere to try and make sure that we're not putting any more polluted water in the clean reservoir. That would probably be a good thing, right? Yeah. What is this hooked up to again? Hang on. Plumbing. Pipe. Okay, this is just hooked up to the showers and stuff. So as long as we're not sending any dirty water through this pipe, nothing should ever get into the rest of our system, right? Yeah. So what we could do, I guess, suppose, in preparation for however this is going to work out, is we can include a water filter. Of course, where do we put it? That's the new question. We could put it down here, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, that would certainly be an option. It's not a very good option. It's going to get very confusing very rapidly. But we could try. Alternatively, I could put it up here. Yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and put a water filter. It's going to go right here. Okay. Once we get that thing built up, and it's going to require some power and stuff as well, we're going to make sure that whatever we end up pumping here, if we do have the pump here or create a pump down here or whatever it's going to be in order to get more steam and water out of this geyser, we want to make sure that by no means does polluted water ever get into this system. Alright, you can go ahead and cancel that. Looks like it's all clean water to me now. It's all getting sucked back up. Yeah, not much left, but alright, we'll make do. Just keep building out the insulation, and hopefully we will be fine. By the way, we did pick up a new member of the family. Let's say hello to Bonnie, who has, let's see, was it level 7? Yes, level 7 strength. So I picked her up because she's going to be able to do a lot of hauling for us. Now, I will say I actually kind of regret picking up a 9th member, though, because it does seem, now that we have 9 people breathing, that, well, we seem to be consuming a little bit more oxygen than I think I was expecting. We were pretty good for 8, but for 9, apparently that's pushing it, but anyway, let's go ahead and deconstruct any of our liquid piping that's going to go through this area like so, and we'll rehook things up to go through a filter. Okay, plumbing, piping. This rock goes up here. You go back down here. Okay. We will also have our exhaust, which is our polluted. That's going to go this direction. Can we get a bridge here? Liquid pipe bridge. Totally can. Place there. Liquid piping. Goes in here. And there we go. So that should go to the correct exhaust now. As long as we can build this entire area out, which we'll need to dig a little bit here, and good thing we already have an airlock in position, but we'll get all that done. Still need to finish some of these insulated tiles, and I'm tired of them prioritizing literally anything else. So, would you guys please do the insulated tiles so I can finish this thing off? I'm a little worried this is going to be underwhelming, right? That it's not going to actually generate a ton of steam. This may be nowhere near as powerful as dumping water on magma, which would make sense, but even so, I'm going to try. Of course, now they need to go to bed. Well, I guess we'll try tomorrow. Alright, we've got this entire area enclosed, so I guess now comes the point where we could start digging this area out. We do need to wire up the liquid pump that I built here. Now, I made this liquid pump out of gold amalgam. The reason... is it amalgam? Yeah, it's amalgam. The reason I did that is because the overheat temperature... Well, let's see, hang on. No, let's not look at that. Wiring... There we go. Overheat temperature from gold amalgam is 50 degrees Celsius higher than it normally would be. So my thought here is, if the water ever does get super boiling hot down here, at least this liquid pump won't fail. At least that is the idea. If we go to this liquid piping here, we could get some abyssalite, which is pretty resistant to the temperature as well. And hook all this plumbing on up. If we can get this electrical wiring going as well, that would be awesome, although I guess we should probably build that out of gold amalgam as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And put it into this wall, and then we can build it out of the cheaper stuff, which is copper. Where's my copper? Do I not have any more copper? I got plenty of copper. Why can't I see the copper? Hey! Where'd my other stuff go? What happened to... I can't access my copper! Well, that's stupid. Actually, you know what? Cancel this right here, because one thing I am going to do is I'm going to place my wiring kind of like this, at least for now, and then we'll go down, and I'll place a switch in the middle here. And that way, if for whatever reason, oops, I ever need to turn that pump off, I can hit the switch rather than go in here and manually turn off the pump where the steam, in theory, will be to murder me and liquefy my face. Wouldn't want to melt the skin off their bones, now would you? I mean, I kind of would, and that might sate my rage against these guys a little bit, but it wouldn't be very humane, now would it? Well, at least our liquid filter seems to be ready to go, so let's go ahead and set this to polluted water. Alright, and that way, if we go to our plumbing map mode here, we can see the polluted water will come out this way, go through the bridge, and then get through the pipe, and that'll be it. I also decided to go ahead and put another pump down here, just because we're going to need some more water in the short term. Let's go ahead and start pumping some more stuff around. Make sure we're generating some more oxygen, because, you know, best laid plans and all that stuff won't mean squat if these people die. There we go. More water going into the system. Excellent. Okay. It looks to me like the liquid pump here is all set up. So the problem is that it's not currently in liquid. So, how am I going to get the... Okay, well... This is still going to be kind of tricky for me because steam will come out of here, but it's going to go into much colder air, and it's going to immediately cool down and go back to condensed liquid. So I need to kind of insulate this area off to make sure that it keeps rising in temperature, somehow. The question now is how best to do that. I guess I can try digging out this area, and then replacing some of this with tiles. Kind of like this, maybe? And then maybe, just maybe, I can get in here just long enough to kind of bridge the gap before these people start scalding to death. Oh, freaking heck. Maybe. I don't know. This system is becoming so incredibly complicated. I mean, and I just don't... I've never worked with a geyser. I don't know how strong they're going to be. And now it's nighttime, so I can't even finish my tasks. God, I hate these guys. It takes so long to get anywhere. Yeah, no, it's just... The problem here is this would work really well if this was a magma problem, right? If I had magma, I'm pretty confident this would work. I could just pour polluted water over the magma, the lava, it would turn into steam, and this chamber would probably work out really well. I'm kind of banking a lot of resources on these geysers being very strong, and I have no real reason to believe that they will be. But, nonetheless, we'll do our best. You know something? Let's just go ahead and dig this area out. I'm tired of them having to run all the way around here and go up and down the stairs, which takes forever. Dig this stuff out, and let's see what we're able to do. Whoa, we pumped out some water somehow. What are we pumping? I'm not sure, but we got something to come through. Was it water? Might have been water. I mean, if so, great, but... No, it's polluted water. Somehow we got polluted water down here. Disappointing, but okay. Oh, I think some polluted ice that fell through the ventilation, you know, pressure relief door is finally melting, and that's what we're pumping out here. Great, okay, well, I mean, more polluted water, that's wonderful, but it's not what I had in mind, is it? Now how are they going to reach the rest of this? I suppose I could deconstruct a couple of things here, and we'll try to dig our way out. Don't try this at home, obviously. I don't think working so close to a freaking geyser is good for your health, but... Hey, we'll do what we need to do, right? Okay, well... Now we're draining a lot of the hot water. It's gonna be pretty darn hot working in here. But maybe once we expose the geysers, we're going to start seeing more steam. I mean, I'm definitely seeing some steam right now. It just seems like it's cooling down way too quickly. It's not going anywhere. Would have loved to see the steam go up. Still, I mean, if we're able to insulate this area so it gets really freaking hot, then we'll do it. And maybe these guys will have to scald for a while in the meantime. I mean, he seems to be okay, despite the fact that we're in 63 degrees Celsius water. I mean, that's really freaking hot, but he's doing all right. He hasn't even scalded yet. So, go for it, Bert. Go for it. What do you mean this is unreachable? It's not unreachable. It's totally reachable. You liars. It does this every once in a while, where it's all like, oh no, we can't do it. It's too far away. Or it's too far underwater. Oh, look, there's more steam. That steam's at 100 degrees. Why is it not rising higher? It should be able to get past these mesh tiles. I would love to have seen the steam rise on up. Now, I wonder if polluted oxygen is too dense. Wow. 1.9 kilograms of polluted oxygen in one area. I wonder if the air density is way too high here. Holy crap, it is. We have so much polluted oxygen here. What if we need to, like, pump it out? Just to reduce the air density so the steam is more inclined to rise and fill the space. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That might even be the answer. I'm not sure yet, but it very well could be. So the geysers are venting. You may not want to be there. Yeah, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot, so I hear. Right next to an open geyser. Yep, now they're scalding. It's about dang time. I was about to be a little bit worried. I talked about this game being relatively smart in the physics and stuff. But oh yeah, totally, you can stand right next to a geyser, it's fine. Yeah, it's no problem at all. Well, it is a problem, turns out, so at least they got that part right. Why are you picking up slime? No, for real though, why are you picking up slime? Why would I ever want you to pick up frickin' slime? Really tired of these guys just sweeping stupid things on their own. I mean, this isn't unreachable. You could work on these mesh tiles, you could work on the insulated tiles, you could do what I told you to the first time. But no, it's so important on your way back to gather up the slime rather than finish the construction job you began. You see what I have to work with? It's frustrating. Okay, well at this point the area has now officially been sealed off. So we got a lot of insulated tiles to try and keep the temperature in here as best as we can. The water's up to 67, 68 degrees Celsius. Will it continue to rise in temperature to the point where it starts to boil? And now that there's certainly no pressure issues, will the geysers be able to release a lot of steam and or free water? But if it's just water and not steam, then that's not going to work, and I'm going to need to have a pump down here, and this whole thing would have been for nothing. Which, for obvious reasons, I would not be enthused about. I mean, look how much steam we're getting here. It's a lot. It's just... It's not getting up. It's not going where I need it to. It's cooling off too fast. And I think 2 kilograms of polluted oxygen down here probably isn't helping anything. So I guess we could consider trying to pump this oxygen out. If we really wanted to commit to this idea, just because it's cool and all, and also because I spent so many hours working on it, that is something we could try to do. We could. At least in the meantime, we have some water to work with, but... how best to do this? The other thing we need to be concerned about is sending our people into this area for so long is starting to really raise up some stress. We could try to assign the massage table and stuff to people, but at least for now, I think they're going to be mostly okay. Mostly. So I guess let's sort of see what happens if we were to, 1, open up the pressure relief area. I mean, keep in mind, we've got like 1,000 grams of density in this area, but 2,000 down here. Twice the pressure, twice the air density. If we were to open this up, maybe a lot of it would vent on its own, and that would help. Maybe? Let's see. Well, it's definitely floating around. It's doing something. Okay, density is dropping, but slowly. But it's getting there. It's going somewhere. What are you gathering up? Don't gather up igneous rock over there, you moron. Now again, I could just pump it out on my own. And that would certainly speed the process up. Or I could just kind of let it do this thing for a while. I mean, here's the steam, see? It's getting there. It's even starting to get into some of my mesh tiles. It's just not filling the room. Although, apparently the melting ice is getting pumped, so I guess it's not for nothing, right? Getting frustrated. I think I might have mismanaged this thing, just because I don't think geysers are actually as strong as I thought they were. I suppose we could just deconstruct this pump and move it down. I mean, yeah, it's got mostly polluted water down here, but we've got the filters to be able to deal with it now, so we might as well finish that area off. And then I suppose we actually don't need to pump water out of here at all anymore. Yeah, that'd be a nice thought. I could actually use this room space for something. Not sure what I would do, but I could do something. It's not working, guys. It's just not working, which is killing me a little bit on the inside. I hate being wrong, and I hate when things don't work the way I want to. We're so close. Like, I can just see the steam, the tantalizing steam, but... So, the simplest solution here is honestly keep this boxed-in structure, just put in a new liquid pump, and then as the geysers create water, just soak it on up. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. So, honestly, this entire structure right here is unnecessary, and I could just get rid of it. I could totally do that. On the off chance it ever does fix itself, we'll keep it, but... yeah, it just means that I've wasted a few hours. Mostly off camera, so it's not like I wasted a lot of your time. But this is seriously demoralizing for me, that's for sure. I want to cry a little bit. I want to cry! It's alright, though. Let's go ahead and get this abyssalite pumping. We'll feed it into the system here. And let's also get ourselves some gold amalgam cabling, which I suppose will have to come down this way. And then once it's done, we'll seal it back up. The geysers will produce water. They will produce steam that will, you know, condense and turn into water in this area. And we'll just soak it all up. It's gonna work exactly the same way. It's just nowhere near as fancy as it was before. That's it. So yeah, that's fun. I will say I'm incredibly confused why it keeps saying things are unreachable that clearly are not. They can easily get down this ladder, walk up the stairs, and dig this abyssalite. There's no reason at all for the game to tell me, oh no, we can't do it. And yet, for some reason, this is not the first time it likes to say, hey, you can't reach things. I don't understand why it's doing that, or if there's a bug, or if I'm just missing something obvious, or if they really are just this concerned about getting into any amount of water at all. But whatever, let's get ourselves some more abyssalite so we can finish off these last 2 pipes. And then we'll start pumping out the geyser water. Also, this is not how water works, okay? You don't just pump some stuff out and the water's like, whoa, better not go in there, let's hold ourselves back. It's like Moses came through. Alright, pipes are done. Let's re-insulate the area so we don't lose any of the heat on the off chance something does become steam, and now we are getting water. Lots of water through the abyssalite pipes, which will go through the filters, and we'll start filling up this reservoir again with some much, much hotter water than before. A-doop-a-doop-doop, and in it goes, and out it comes, and drippity, drippity, drip, drip, drip. Now things are working. Alright, well, not the conclusion I was looking for, but hey, I guess technically as long as it works. Am I really going to be all that fussy about it? No, probably not. Well, that was tremendously anticlimactic, but at least we have our source of water coming in. It's drip, drip, dripping its way in there. Got a lot of polluted water that we could refine and clean in some way. Could make some fertilizer. Could purify it, just turn it into usable water, but honestly, as long as we have just enough water from a couple of these pools to run the showers and stuff, what else do we need water for right now, right? I guess we did want to build a CO2 scrubber at some point. That's something we can certainly do. And some biodistillers if you want to start converting some of this slime into something actually usable, like the algae. That could be something we work on as well. What do you guys want to see me do in the next couple of episodes? Because I'm kind of reaching up... What the heck's this? What's wrong? You broke a pipe. What? Broken. What broke? Hang on. How are you broken? In what way? Liquid pipe broken, awaiting repair material delivery. Are you saying that the ice melted and was so cold that it broke the pipe? I actually kind of think that might be what happened. Huh. Interesting. You know, when ice melts and turns into liquid, it's usually not so cold that it can still freeze things. Oh no, our Weezewort disappeared. Huh. Well, we'll go ahead and gather that thing up. Yeah, what do you guys want to see me do in the future here? Because I'm kind of at a point where we're doing pretty well as far as oxygen and stuff. We're sustainable there. We've been doing really well on food, actually. Now that we have these bristle blossoms cool enough that they're doing their job, we've been getting more and more kilocalories. The only thing we're starting to have some trouble with is we're going to start running out of hydrogen at some point. In which case, I can just set up some more hamster wheels, and we're pretty much set. It's now that we've got a source of water, I think we're pretty much good to go. So, what do you guys think I need to be doing? Because if there's nothing else really to do at this point, besides, you know, setting up a biodistiller factory and stuff like that, I think we're almost done with this series, at least until some more content is released. I mean, I could dig down all the way to the magma. We could certainly try doing that, and then pump a bunch of polluted water onto it and actually create a different steam chamber, one that actually, you know, works. That could be a thing. But if that is something you guys would like me to do, then you gotta let me know, because otherwise these episodes are gonna get shorter and shorter as I just kind of, you know, mosey on and have nothing else really in particular to do except just survive as long as I can, and that's not gonna be very entertaining. So if there's things you'd like me to do, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, there's probably only a couple more episodes in this series, and then we'll kind of draw it to a close until more content gets added. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.